You're welcome to another session on our YouTube channel. My name is Coach Ifi Obona. I'm a stress management work-life balance coach. Thank you for watching this video. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel or watch me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would really appreciate it if you can do that, or recommend me to a friend that might just need it. Today we'll be talking about 15 skills you can develop to cope when you're having stress. We all, both stress management coaches, we cannot avoid stress sometimes. Sometimes we enter stress by ourselves. Sometimes we have been pushed into stress. Sometimes life happens and everything comes crumbling down at the same time. So today we're talking of how to remain calm and composed when such a thing happens. Have you ever experienced it? You'll be asking, did somebody put my name somewhere when all those things are coming down at the same time? Work problem, family problem, marriage problem, kids are you're having problem with your kids, you're having problem with your car, you're having problem with your health, you're having problem with your finances. Everything, every single thing comes together at the same time. So what do you do in such cases when the stress is then unavoidable? What do you do when your feelings, your emotions are all over the place? What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? What do you do? So with these 15 skills, I hope it will help you to calm down and remain composed, because if in such situations you lose your cool, you have lost the battle. If you lose your cool, you have lost the battle. So all these techniques, all these skills are to help you stay calm, help you stay composed. In that situation, you are better able to make the right decisions that will make things better, instead of taking decisions that will cause problems for you. So we'll do like a workshop. I will share my screen with us and we'll go into the first one. I have the first one here, says develop a support network. So what happens when those stress starts, when those problems are there, nobody to take your child to school, you're having health problems and things like that, your car is spoiled, you're having financial problems. Number one is to develop a support network. Who are those on your support network? You need to consciously, intentionally create a support network, be it friend, be it family, be it colleague, who can offer emotional support, who can offer financial support, who can provide a buffer, when somebody falls down, and if they fall down, all these gymnastic people, when they do their somersaults, and they have a cushion, a bed down, so when they turn, they can fall on that cushion, not on the floor. So you need a support system that can do that. Each person must have one. So is it your husband as your support system? Is it your wife? Is it your kids? Is it your parents? Is it a trusted colleague? For me, my working place, for example, I have a colleague. She's a very good friend of mine. She's half my age, but anytime she sees that, if he's not smiling like usual, she just come and she just hugs me. She just hugs me and remind me of who I am. And immediately I just glow. I just glow. So you need such support teams, support network around you. You need such around you. The next thing you'll be needing is you need to practice mindfulness and meditation. Number two, mindfulness and meditation. Sometimes last month I did a 5-day challenge to reduce stress, and part of it was mindfulness and meditation. And in that challenge, I explained what mindfulness is and what meditation is, which I will not be doing in this video. But if you need that explanation, what the difference is, between mindfulness and meditation, contact me. I can send you the clip. But mindfulness, for example, will help you to stay on ground and calm. You can use techniques such as deep breathing. I have a smart watch, and sometimes I can set it that after 1 hour, after 2 hours, it reminds me to take a deep breath in, to do my deep breathing, either 1 minute or 2 minutes. And I actively do it when I'm in a stressful situation. That, when you're stressed, you are just the emotions are too much inside of you. So when you are able to do deep breathing, you are able to, which language will I use? You are able to send that emotion that you have, use it in a better way to calm yourself, because the emotions are there. So you now breathe in, hold your breath, breathe out. That will help you in that moment to calm down. Also, meditation, for example, you focus on the word of God, you focus on things that are good in that moment. You don't even judge what is happening to you. You don't criticize the problems and the stress you're having. You just let them be. You just let them be and be calm within yourself. You be calm within yourself. Number three, regular physical activities. I tell you, if you can do this on a regular basis, you will see how bitterness and anger will be set free. You see, we have some clubs for young people that are on the street. They normally create boxing clubs for them. Why? They have so much anger, maybe for their family, anger for the community, anger for their teachers. Maybe they are being bullied in the school. You see them, they come to this club and they box this stand, and they are transferring, they are removing that negative energy. That energy that they could have used to say something wrong, fight somebody, they're now using it to do exercise. That is typically how exercise works for you. Regular exercise helps you to reduce stress. Regular exercises helps you to reduce stress. Then you have and these exercises, like I said, I'm not going into details in each one of them. You can incorporate exercise into your life by taking the going for a walk, or walking instead of taking the bus, taking the staircase instead of taking the elevator. They are simple things, but make it an habit and you see that it helps you out. It helps you out. When somebody has made you angry, when you are in an angry situation, go out, take a jog, take a walk, go up and down the staircase and come down. You will take a better decision than if you did not do that. So try exercise, try taking long walks. They will help you to handle stress much more better. Number 4, healthy lifestyle choices. Healthy lifestyle choices. Sometimes the way we eat, what we eat, I talked about what they call it, our energy levels. Sometimes you are just hungry. You are not hungry, you're just tired. And if you're not aware that you are just tired, you find yourself going to eat, thinking that you are hungry. But if you also have an healthy lifestyle and you choose rightly, you are able to maintain a balanced diet. You're going to be able to get adequate sleep. You're going to when you avoid excessive alcohol, excessive caffeine, you improve your body, you improve your lifestyle. When you eat too much, when you take too much alcohol and things like that, you are weighing yourself down. So when stress comes, you are not fit enough to attack it. So you need to be light on your feet. You need to be ready to run at all time. You need to be light on your feet. And if you don't have a balanced diet, if you don't have enough sleep. I struggled with sleep in the sense that I don't normally sleep long, but because I know the importance of sleep, I put myself in bed on time and just lay there until the sleep comes, because I know I need a minimum of 7-8 hours of sleep, although my body sometimes just gives me 5-6 hours of sleep. But I intentionally stay there because I know it is important. It is important. The next one is time management. Time management. If you are in this stressful situation, you then need to ask yourself, how do I manage my time now? What should I do now? What is important for me to do now? You do those things. And the things that are not so important, you delegate or you cancel off, especially when you're under stress. When you're under stress, you have to be able to know in that moment, which tasks should I prioritize? Which tasks should I do urgently now? Which tasks can I do later? Which tasks can I give somebody to do for me? And which tasks should I cancel? So if you are able to realize and take this decision when you're under stress, you have helped yourself because you have already reduced the stress by counseling, delegating, or postponing those tasks that are not urgent at that time. The next one is learn to say no. Learn to say no. This is difficult for a lot of people. Very, very difficult because we are all people pleaser. Many of us want to please people, but you have to know when to say no. You have to understand your limits. You have to set your boundaries. You have to know your responsibilities. Don't take the responsibility of somebody else to yourself. Sometimes we think, they will not be happy, they will be angry. We're taking somebody else's response. We're taking somebody else's reaction. We're taking somebody else's responsibility to be ours. No, take your own responsibility. This will help you to prevent burnout and help you to manage stress better. The next one is cognitive restructuring. You have to know how you feel stress. How do you perceive stress? If you are able to understand that, it can change your mind, it can change you. If you see stress as a challenging situation that is an opportunity for you to get better, you are able better to handle it. But if you always see challenging situation or changes, those are the things that cause stress, as a threat, you go under. But when you see those changes, when you see those challenging situations as an opportunity to get to your next level, you will handle them differently. So that's why I need you to have a better perspective about stressful situations, about change. That's the next thing. Embrace change. Most of the things that happen is change. You wanted to go from A to B, and it needs 1 hour. All of a sudden, you're getting on the road, it needs 2 hours. That is change. That is a challenging situation. We need to embrace it. There are different kinds of change. That's just one kind of factor. It can be before you were all using only paper at your working place. All of a sudden, you are asked to use computer only. That is a change. You were married before, you are no more married. How do you handle it? You were not married before, now you became married. How do you handle it? You did not have a child, now you have children. How do you handle it? Those are different changes that come into your life. Embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace such situation. First, accept it as it's part of life. There's a quote I love, and I say it as much as I can. Life is unfair, and that is a fact. Don't think, oh, I'm a good person, good things will happen to you. No. So if some of you always resisting such things, just know that it's part of life and find a way to deal with it. So, but stop pushing them away and say, no, it cannot be happen to me. Who should it happen to? So embrace change, embrace change. And when these things come, like I said, if you are not calm and you're not composed, you'll not be able to solve any problem. You'll not be able to move forward. The next one is problem-solving skills. If you are able to develop these problem-solving skills, it starts from you being calm. You are able to effectively tackle those challenges. You understand? When those things come and ask yourself, what is actually the problem? Is it me? Is it this? Or is this person? When you are able, because sometimes somebody will tell you something, you take offense. But the problem is not the person, it's not what the person said, it's you. And sometimes it can be the person, sometimes it can be what the person said. I don't know whether when a very close friend of yours that you love so much can tell you something very, very nasty, and you will start laughing. But if somebody else that is a bit distant from you tells you the same thing, you take offense because of the person. So you really need to know to work out to solve those problems by finding out what is the root of that problem, what is causing it. You'll be able to effectively tackle those challenges, and it will reduce, because once you have this clarity of what the problem is, you are able better to solve it. You are able better to reduce your anxiety, and you build confidence because you know exactly what you are fighting against. And one that I love so much is keep a journal. Keep a journal. And if you are watching this, keep an eye on my journal. My journal is coming out soon to help you to journal your stresses, your gratitude, your goals, and things like that. So learn to keep a journal. This journal will help you in such situations whereby you can sit down and write down your thoughts, just exactly what you are feeling. Today I'm feeling that everyone is doing better than me. I'm not going anywhere. Just write down what you feel. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Just write them down. Today it's as if you are listening or reading the news. That's just how you have to do it. Distance yourself from the what they call it, distance yourself from the situation and just say it as it is. Oh, today I woke up, it was a very tiring day. My bosses were so and so, my colleagues were so and so, my kids were so and so. You're just writing it as it is. It helps you to transfer the anger, the bitterness, the stress from inside here on paper. Even some people, they have two kinds of journal. One whereby they journal the great things that happen to them, and the second journal, they journal those negative thoughts that they had. And after writing it, they now tear them and throw them away, keeping only the positive thoughts. I love that. I love that. And number 5 is what I love. Number 11, sorry, is humor and laughter. I laugh at myself a lot. I learn to laugh at situations. It helps me out. It eases tension and is a healthy way to cope. You see, some people, sometimes it might seem annoying that they'll be in a difficult situation. You start seeing them laughing. You're wondering, what's making this one to laugh now? Why is this person laughing? Why is this person laughing? This person is only coping, trying to keep themselves happy. So you need to consciously try to keep yourself happy. You need to look for things that will make you laugh. It was the time I was going through a difficult time. I started watching comedy. I started watching things that was going to make me laugh. And I found myself laughing, really laughing deep. And I was telling myself, but you're not supposed to be laughing. You're not supposed to be laughing. But I was laughing. I intentionally put it there so that I can laugh and they be able to cope better. And laughing and humor is an healthier way to cope instead of turning to alcohol or overeating. So laughter is a very good way to cope. Number 12 is you seek professional help. Either you seek a friend or a coach. That's what we do, for example, or a therapist or your doctor. When you see that the stress is too much, chronic stress can lead to a lot of health problems. Chronic stress can lead to a lot of health problems. So when you see that you are getting into it and burnout is setting in, you need to seek professional help. You need to seek professional help. It will really, really help you. The next one is practice gratitude. This is one of my best to go. One of my best to go. There is always something you are grateful for. There is always something you are grateful for. There is always something you are thankful for. In such situations of stress, focus on that. I knew a time when my daughter went through a difficult time. And what I was focusing on was she's healthy, she's alive, and that kept me going. So focus on good things. Keep a gratitude journal also and write every day. Tell yourself, I'm going to write one thing I'm grateful for, three things I'm grateful for, five things I'm grateful for every single day. Those things keeps you light on your feet. They don't allow the stress to get you down. When you see, even in such stressful situation, that you still have things that you are grateful for, it will really help you. Number 14, before we go to the last one, is relaxation techniques. Relaxation techniques. What are the things you can do to make you to relax? We talked one, deep breathing, and you can watch a nice program. You can go for a walk. You can read. I love to visualize. Where I've gone to just by visualizing. It's been great. It's been great. I see myself being a philanthropist, helping moms, helping people out, speaking on speaking German, speaking on big stages with big names. It just makes me feel good at that time. So you can also visualize yourself where you will be when you have overcome that situation. There was a particular time I was in a very bad place, and my daughter keeps telling me, "Mama, just imagine in a few months' time, so and so will be happening, and so will be happening." Sometimes it's difficult, I must say. At first, it was difficult for me to even imagine. I was too consumed in the stress and challenge at that moment. It was difficult for me to imagine that. But when I started to imagine that, there are some happy hormones that start coming into you. And it's just like when happy hormones come, stress hormones must reduce. It must reduce. It must reduce. The last one is reflect and learn. Reflect and learn. No matter what situation you're going through, there's something you can learn from it. So what have you learned in this one? What are you learning, and what can you do differently? In that situation, you say, if I have known, I couldn't have opened the door. That is what you have learned. So you don't judge yourself. You use it to learn for tomorrow. You use it to teach somebody else. So you developing all these skills will help you out. You developing all these skills will help you out. There's a need for you to develop it so that when that time comes, when it's too much, when it's overwhelming, you can stay calm, you can stay composed, you can move forward till you get out of that darkness. Because I tell you, there is always a tunnel a light at the end of the tunnel. And number 16, my personal bonus for you is prayer and letting go. Pray to God. Tell God, this is my situation. It's too much for me. I can't handle it. This, that, and let it go. The Bible says that we should, in turn, just take the peace of God. So when you're having those stressful times, those changes, those times that are so overwhelming, after doing these 15 things, these are habits that you can also develop even before the stress comes. But prayer is you receiving peace. Like I always say, prayer is not you saying, God, I need money, and God will give you money. Prayer is you saying, I need money, then you get peace till any time that money comes. You get rest till any time that money comes. Because the most important thing we all are looking for is peace of mind, is joy, is balance, not things. Not things. So I hope you had a nice session. Please, if there's any particular topic you need me to talk about, write it in the comment section. Look out for my programs coming up soon. God bless you.